it's Erica. Welcome back to Craft by Erica. If you missed the story about how my name came to be, you're going to want to go and check out the last post. But today is all about Jane Doodles and being a crazy animal person. Because, you know, it no longer applies to just being a crazy dog lady. I'm now also a crazy cat lady. So these stamp sets are called cats. And the other one is called dogs. Super easy to find them. And I have stamped them, a couple of images up on Nina Solar white paper, or Copic friendly paper, anyway. And I thought, I'll just do some Copic coloring. And I'm going to go, and I'm actually going to use the same colors for everything to kind of keep it really cohesive. So I'm using cool grays and also my favorite blues. As I'm going to be using the same colors, I thought I'd just do them slightly differently. And on the doggy, I really wanted to go for a textured and furry look. So I'm going in with my darkest colors, which is C8. And I'm kind of going just around the edges and flicking inwards to kind of, just around the edges to kind of bring in that sort of depth and layer. And then I'm going to go down 2 markers every time. So it's going to be C8 and then C6, C4 and so on. Because I don't want to blend them too much in order to keep that sort of really textured look. And you will see on the kitty cat, I'm going to go for a more blended look. So I like doing it this way, so that doing 2 stamp sets with similar colors but in different techniques. Just so you can see, the different results that you can get. So we're just coming up to the last sort of bits here with the C8. And of course, this is not the only time that you can use these if you're going to go and kind of use the same technique as I'm doing. Oops, I am actually going in with a C7. And then it's going to be a C6 and then a C4. So I'm obviously talking out of my hat here, but because I thought I was going to go down 2, 2, 2. But turns out C8 and then C7. And now we're going to do C6. And after this, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be going for the C4 and then C2, etc. to just kind of make sure that it doesn't blend too well. And when you're doing coloring in this way, I really think it's kind of important to not aim for perfection, because otherwise you're never going to kind of get that textured look if you're sort of like a intermediate, sort of better than beginner, but not an expert colorer. It's just practice, 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 basically. So here, as I said, we're going in with a C2 next. No, C3 even. I am really talking out of my, behind today, because clearly I have no idea what I'm talking about. Well, surprise, surprise, Erica! Okay, so, but on the face, it seems like I have gone in C3 and C1 and now C0, just to give a little bit of shading to the face. And we're just going to finish it off, obviously, with adding a little bit of color to the nose. And then we're going to move on to the cat. I think I've colored in the bowl and the newspaper and the bone off camera, because it seems like I cannot remember to actually film everything these days. It's like one of those things. So there we go. Yes, bam, all done. So we're gonna move on to the kitty cat, and this is gonna be done in a speed lap, so you're not gonna kind of see much than color just getting slapped on there. But when I had finished coloring these, I used the same stitched rectangle dies from Lawn Fawn to cut them out, and I cut both pieces with the biggest one. And then I thought, you know what, I need to go down 1, and I decided to keep the kitty cat a very, very clean and simple with white card base. And on the dog, I thought it just didn't kind of look right, and I wanted one of them to be just a tiny bit different. So I decided to lay that one up with a dark gray cardstock to kind of bring in the gray from the dog's fur and everything like that. So the finishing touch was just a couple of sentiments from each of the stamp sets. And, of course, the kitty had to have some toys and a little fishy. And I did add a little bit of glossy accent to his nose and to the fish. And also on the doggy card, you might see that there is on the bowl and also on the nose. And with that, I'm all done for today. But I am actually guesting over at the Jane Doodles blog today. If you're watching this today, May 6th. If you're not, I will link everything down below, and I will link to Jane's blog as well, so you can check that out. And thank you so much for stopping by today. And I'm sorry about all the rambling and nonsense.